Universe's skibidi toilet. Honestly, I still can't believe this is happening. But a usual toilet meme has become a full-scale series with epic design. Now, this is not just a meme, it's fucking awesome. And the dog fights at the forefront. The so-called skeptics, those with heads on long necks sticking out of toilets, humming the same song over and over.
Thanks for playing along with the clip.
Looks funny, but only until they start attacking innocent residents and destroying the city and toilet. The author of this epic is someone called The Fat Boom, who currently has 13 million subscribers on the channel. Every video on Toilet Wars gets tens of millions of views. And who would have thought, but in this series of previously mentioned videos, they are featured. The plot. It all starts with the appearance of skibidi dancers and their trademark move, singing a song which can be interpreted as their personal language of communication. Perhaps in this way the skibidi dancers ensured communicating with each other, or perhaps it's a battle cry. The skibidis themselves, heads on third necks, use toilets as combat machines, possibly aliens wanting to capture the Earth. In the third episode, toilet skibikis start their march on the city, and by the end, it's clear they're rather hostile. The city, by the way, is biz from Garrismond, and then, so to say, space toilets with esports appeared in the sky. Actions that began to deploy toilet troops in the city. Humanity also put forward its army to stop the invasion. But later we find out what's best. Instead of skipidars, it's a flush tank which makes heads disappear upon activation. Then everything follows the classic blockbuster script. Human army is defeated. Skibidi toilets like a parasite, or else humans either to take over or to turn into beings like themselves. And then there's the arrival of a new army against Cyberdick. Most likely created to prevent skaters from breeding further. If instead of a blue chamber, then how to make skate concrete from it. So Skibidis also have, there's an idol who is considered the first skibidi toilet. Perhaps it all started with him. The cameramen even have their own protest logo, which they used to paint the portraits of the very first skipidus. Next, in a masterful battle where initially, cameramen, they are humanity's hope for salvation, heading to the giant skibidi restroom human S with the superpower to shoot lasers from their eyes. Cameramen, forced to retreat, but they'll return with new camera technology and finally resist the skibidi toilet. But at the end of season 4, before another battle, appears a black toilet, which takes out both skibidus and Kenormans. This is a new development by the skibidus, which slightly spiraled out of control. The new season starts with the emergence of a skibidi toilet, and something very similar to camera manufacturers are not falling behind either, introducing a new trend. A prototype giant cameraman, who easily scatters the skibidus in different directions but loses in a fight against Kimen and retreats. Jim Mann called that very skibidus from the black metal another season of skibidi toilet starts from. New troops on the side of humanity. Now it's not cameramen but colon heads. Their weapon is also sound equipment. Something akin to a toilet chant, but that's not all. Entering the arena is another hypnotic gang picker or colon head, capable of flying and shooting. This changes the course of the war. In episode 28, we can see a black toilet, which was likely one of the commanders of the toilet troops. It is destroyed, but then a flying skipidus appears, seemingly charged with energy. With his speed, he shatters Monopoly cameras. No one survives, but that's not all. They learn to control even the cameraman. They caught one poor guy and implanted a tiny toilet parasite into his head. And now, on the side of the toilets, many captured cameramen. The worst is yet to come. A giant speaker man arrives, and the cunning toilets also try to take control over him, releases parasites to him. They manage to do it, leaving the cameraman with no choice but to find an antidote, a pulse cannon that kills parasites and returns control to the rightful population. This weapon once again turns the tide of war, and the forces of humanity, or what used to be humanity, regain the upper hand in these battles. Cameraman and loudspeakers create a big impulsive cannon on wheels to wake up the giant speaker man. In our hideout there's a toilet. Jim M is holding the gun's handle, preventing it. And now the time has come. A new voice battle enters the stage on the side of humanity. Memes. People with TVs for heads. From the skittish reaction, it's clear they're terrified. And what if we make a TV for a giant? Humans put forward their, for now, last invention. A giant who with a single discharge demolishes squads of toilets. Although more accurately, the radiation from the giant TV man brings a certain discomfort to the toilet pests, causing them to flail their heads all around and close their eyes. It's speculated to be a weapon that gives camera people and speaker heads time to neutralize toilets before they're hit by a TV flash. And so we still have the unbeatable toilet Gia-Man, the first skibidis. For now, the giant under control is Spider-Man, and people have gotten a TV giant. Let's see what happens next. After all, this is all that has been released so far in the Skibidi universe, which is no less grand than an expensive Hollywood blockbuster. Skibidi toilets have already spawned hundreds of fan theories, and it seems this is just the beginning. If you're interested in diving deeper into all this toilet madness, we can dig deeper.